All right, so here we are. We started tonight. Sorry, it was a little late. I was piling all them names in here. There's a lot of people making comments. I got my box here ready for 8:30. To give out the prizes. So working on that. Putting all those names in there for people. I appreciate you guys. Sharing this information and sharing it among your friends and passing out the word. I mean, it's better to share the money with you guys than to pay an advertising company. Word of mouth is better. All right, Andy Crispin, I see you. All right, perfect. You're in. All right, so welcome tonight. All of you guys are gonna be here today. We started watch and win, learn and earn, and here we are. Patty Fisher, good night, buenas noches. All right, I see some people coming in already. Not bad, not bad. All right, this is working good. And so, like I said, let me see if I can put a little background here stuff to start. All right, I got my stuff going in there. Yeah, the ECHADVAR. Okay, now let me see if I can put them in here. All right, let me put this out for a second. All right, so that's okay. Suppose you can hear me. All right, the sound is good. All right, so let's see what can we play here. All right, let me see. We have a little. Israel. Okay, the commercial is supposed to play that. Everybody joins us. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael 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 Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Okay, so we got that commercial going there. We'll see. All right, were you guys able to see the whole screen while the thing was playing? Oh, Bear Fruit is here too. Good to see you. Rosa is here. Perfect. Hey, Mike Wasluski. All right, good to see you, man. All right. Uh, okay. When I was playing the commercial there, that covered the whole screen. Were you guys able to see that? Oh, perfect. Andy, oh, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to see because my face went off, so I was thinking, oh, probably it's not coming out. But yeah, that's good. All right, so we're trying different things here. All right. So what can I tell you, man? I mean, things are getting wonderful now. A lot of understanding I have received now, especially in that Deuteronomy 6:4, the Shema. There's a hidden treasure there. The whole prayer is a whole mission statement. I'm breaking it down, and I'm gonna be doing just a special thing just for you guys to understand that. But that's a mission statement. If I ever seen one, that's a definite mission statement for the whole world to follow. It could be the heading of all mission statements. So I have it broken down on Sunday when I was with Alexandria Zonel there in Temecula in the cheesecake. I gave you guys if you saw the video, I gave you the breakdown of each letter. In that, so it's 24. 24 sequences of the Hebrew letters in that prayer, or that, saying that the Hebrew people have Shema, Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad, has 24 sequences, of the characters there from the Hebrew, and I put it in the pictographic. So if you saw that, you got an idea. I'm going to be explaining it, probably tomorrow, and the other way. I'm going to create a video so you guys see. It's a beautiful mission statement, that anybody can use. So I think that's what's coming down, because in the end, if anybody gonna take care of a business, because every person is a creator, they go to the manual, they go back to the mission statement. They sit down at the Word, they have a summit, they get together, and that's what the reason. They don't go to look at people's color or skin or all these false arguments that are being thrown at you right now. If the economy is going to be made better, it's by looking at your mission statement, where you stand and come in agreement in one word. And that's what the word ECHADVAR signifies, one word. God uses one word, the word of the Dabar, to run his economy, and so do all creators. Everybody that has a company, they also use one word, okay? The word that tells them how to run their business. So let me put a little thing in here so we can get the theme going. So, that's why I'm calling this the ECHADVAR, the New Age World Economics 101, an introduction to the soul's value generating function, because that's exactly what your soul is capable of doing. You are the golden goose that lays all these valuables, but they don't give you any value to you. This generation has made sure to rob you blind, of the fact that you are a value generating soul. That's the function. That's the greatest function that the soul has. Give the soul a wholesome word that is full of its meaning and definition, and it will generate value for the company. It will generate value for the product, and it will generate value, for the whole world. Because we are the one, as long as we function in the fullness of a wholesome word, we are the one generating value. And they better not forget that. And they have you think that you have no value whatsoever until you acquire the trinkets or the products that came out from manpower, from us ourselves. So we've been deluded. We have sold ourselves for naught. So this is, how we're going to take everything back. And that's everything that's going on. Don't pay attention to the COVID and everything. All of that is to distract you, to make you think that, you're going to have to go to a cashless society and accept that they're running the money for you, from a digital platform, only numbers, backed up by numbers on the screen and nothing else. And making them think that you have no value but just those numbers. So it will always keep you robbing of your value. So that's this whole destruction is about. Making life completely difficult so you will have these things going. But this is all part of the whole thing, So that's what we're going to be looking at, and understand these things. So I'm going to be explaining more of that, and let me see. So I had a little bit of this the last time. As you can see, I was sharing this in the last lesson. Echad means one, and ECHADVAR means one word, okay, or one economy. But to God, the economy, the administration of the economy, that's the word Dabar. Administration means the Dalet, and economy is Beth and Resh. That's the word Dabar, the one that is right here, okay, and that's what we're looking at. All right, so that's the good news, that these things are coming down the way God meant it to be, and so this is the freedom that I have acquired in having this understanding. I pretty much had a lifestyle that did not depend on money, because I'm always into bartering, changing my services for other services. I always used to collect all kinds of software. People knew me as the word man. Do you know how to go get any software? You have, you have some, whatever they wanted. You have some Corel Draw. You have some Photoshop. You have any program that you could use. I had to have good access to that. So collecting of the word has always been my, my pastime. So I always managed to get those things. But now, like AutoCAD, I remember people like that. But in any case, now I've been a translator for 40 years, So the best thing, interpreter, by the way, in Hebrew is another word for being a teacher. The translation of interpreter also is for being a teacher. So I had been a teacher, and I've been an interpreter. So I have two different points of view there from learning experience. So now I'm using all my expertise to convey to you, what is hidden in the word. And each letter has so much meaning, and that's what we're trying to share here. So let's play a little bit of that, because the whole idea is to, they have tried to deceive us with this thing. So let me play a little clip of something that recorded this week here. You guys can see. All right, let's see how we're doing here. All right, good crowd coming in. Rosa, everybody, Waluski's still here. All right, perfect. Let me play something, some video here for you to see here. Let me see from this COVID. Yeah, this one.
Stop what you're doing. I'm about to show you something you already suspect deep inside, but can't explain. The United States of America is currently in the midst of a war. Not the kind when one country attacks another with missiles or tanks. Not like warplanes dropping bombs on our Pacific Fleet. Not like a hostile neighbor launching a surprise invasion across our borders. Instead, we face a cruel and merciless enemy who invented a whole new type of war, one that threatens us now more than all the bombs in the world. They are motivated by pure greed and inconceivable cruelty, and have been silently reversing all that is good for so long that we became lulled into a state of self-destructive compliance, while they tore us apart and robbed us blind.
All right, so I'm just gonna put that intro there because that's what I'm talking about. There's a war going on, and this program is called InfoWars because I know that the war has to do, with information, the dissemination of information and the sending forth of information. Because my friends, you and I were created, we are so balanced and so well made, that in us, we have the ability to heal ourselves. We have the right mindset because our body is just trying to imitate what is going on in our soul. And if our souls are troubled, if they're not at peace, if they're not at rest, what happens right away is the body is using all these chemical components that it has in it to match your state of, your spiritual state, your mindset. And that's how a soul gets sick because, that's how a body gets sick. The soul is just, trying to interpret all the data that it's getting and it's trying to cope with it. And it might be all altered and everything, stressed out. And the body is trying to match up at the same time, with all that, moving all the chemicals that it has within. And if they're right, they're wrong, all the things, because that's how the media know. The social engineers know that if they press the right buttons, you will kill yourself by the mere factor that you produce. We are self-eliminating creatures, in which, because we're so wonderfully made, so we have to understand that the right mindset is special. It's very important for you to have at all times. And so that's why you have to pay attention to the words that go inside of you. Because at the end of, God made us to inherit words. And at the end, we're going to have to give an account for every word and how we have managed that word. Because the word is the one, the creative agent by which God made everything, and he sustains everything by a wholesome word. And that's the case with everybody that acts in that capacity. As a creator, as an entrepreneur, you write something, you have to keep that manual, fine-tune and teach it to everybody repeatedly. That's why work is a routine, so that the manual could be kept in the right order. And whenever everything goes out of order, that's when a company is destroyed, that's when a country is destroyed. And so they understand this. They give us an idea of what we need to depend upon, because they know that we don't have what I call the endoskeleton, the structure of the bar. And I like to use the bar as the skeleton because the numerical value of the bar is 206. And 206 is how many bones our skeleton has. The skeleton of an adult has 206 bones. So interesting that a skeleton as an adult human being, which is the structure that sustains us from within, matches the numerical value of the bar, because the bar is the structure, it's the administration of the economy, the administration of a business. That's the meaning of the word. And so when you have an administration of a business, when you have it down as a schematic, as a blueprint and everything, you have a structure. You know what you're following, you know what you're pursuing. And so when you have the bar, the business plan, or the revelation of the character of God in you, you know what your whole economy is about. You are there to reveal the completeness of your maker, and therefore whatever happens in this external society really doesn't have any bearing upon your soul, because you know the purpose for which you are made. But right now, as it is, most people in this world, they have no idea what the purpose for the creation is. So they've been trained and brainwashed, if you please, from the very beginning, from the very start, to think that the structures, the land where they live, the tall buildings, the memorial monuments that have been built, for our achievements throughout the centuries and all that, and standing. No, one some sort of nationalism. A lot of people adopt a nationalism idea, and when they see the whole nation or the whole nation being under because of the attacks, then they feel it in their soul because there's an attachment, according to the teaching, to the things, and therefore they begin to get all depressed or all anxious, and that begins to affect your body. And so that's what is going on. There's a war of all kinds of information. What I was describing is the battle of Gog and Magog. It's not really such places, but there's such function. Okay, the meaning of Gog in Hebrew is towers, roof. The towers of the roof. And guess that's what we have. In the roof we have the tower, the broadcasting tower, the 5G things. All the thing has to do with the broadcasting of information. That can depress the people, that can stress them out, and all of that. And that's being bombarded daily right now, 24/7. No matter what time of the night or the day you open the news, everybody's giving you, this destruction is taking place. Everything to stress the hell out of you. So you'll make yourself sick as soon as possible. So that's really the pestilence that we're under. What I call the noisome pestilence that explained in Psalm 91. And that's the one that we are under. But if you know where your real purpose for life is, this will be just flying over you. And that's one thing that because I'm having a lot of fun with all this for a long time right now. Because, like I say, it hasn't affected me because I know where my economy resides. But for a moment, I had to take a stop and think. A lot of people have not been brought up, in the scriptures like I have. And therefore, I started thinking, and I started hearing a lot of you, and some of you are really stressed out to your wits. You don't know what your future awaits because, you look upon what the society is and you count the blessings as when the society is running smoothly. And, when it's not, you think, the blessings are going away. When blessings in the economy of God had nothing to do with the situation of the economy. It has to do with the acquisition of the word to reveal your maker. And if that's the purpose of your existence, nothing can deter you from your joy if you're there. But if you don't happen to be there, then everything else, is going to make you shake in your boots. It's going to make you, leery of what's going on, So that's what we're looking at here. So let me go here to the teaching that I was going to get to today. Let me open up here with what I had before, like I was saying. So we have learned that the Echad, which just means the strong, protective, or the strong, like it says here, the strong, secure administration. That's the meaning of the word Echad. And that's exactly what your soul becomes when it inherits and it drinks in a wholesome word with all of its fullness and meaning and definition. You automatically, the soul working for that company, right there, is the strongest, secure administration or management for that company. And all the people that own businesses, they know that's exactly what you become when they give you a wholesome word. And so that's why they want the manpower to run everything. But sadly to say, they don't recognize that that's what's giving value to everything, and they will have you think that value resides in something outside of you, and that's how we've been deceived. Okay, so that's the whole thing. So I have made this little song, and I added a little bit more to that, and I'll be having you here so you get used to the idea. So this is the first verse of the song, and I'm going to be using let me get to that so you'll know what I'm talking about here. Go to the next part of this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this says, Isaiah 30, 27 to 28. It says, here comes the name of Adonai from afar, his anger burning in thick rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury, his tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all their necks, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity, and put a bridle in the people's mouths to lead them astray. Now that's a heavy passage because this is for something that he foretold that was going to happen in the last times, and that's what we're doing right now. You got to look at everything from the makers, from Hashem's, from Adonai's perspective, from the Lord's perspective. Okay, he's the creator of all things, and he knows that the proper management of words allows nations to be created, allow economies to be forged, allow all these wonderful things to be manufactured. And when he gets to see the people are just, misusing the highest employment that the word could render for them, when they just settled for being consumers, and then you just this blabbermouth that just talks the name of a product. You just echo chamber that just repeats a word, just nothing better than a parrot. So when you're just like that, you're not happy to learn wholesome words. Guess what? The creator gets awfully tired of you. It's like, shut up already. You have nothing nothing edifying to say. So, you would think that, because all he knows to do with words, our maker, Hashem, only knows he knows to create things and to maintain them and keep them and to sustain them and to restore, to refresh and renew. All of that is what he does with words. And when we could have that kind of attitude to enjoy doing that so we can reflect who he is, no, we'll settle just for using a word as an echo chamber, just for knowing the sound of it and identifying the picture of it in something made out of the dust in this world. And so that is kind of tiresome for the maker. So sooner or later he says, he's come to the point right now that he's fed up with all the nations. The Jewish people have this thing that they say that one of the reasons why Hashem gets really angry, especially with his people, the Jewish, is because they call it the Lashon Hara, the evil tongue. I mean, the use of words to speak things that are not edifying, to speak, gossip, or just to say things, to just to talk about a product and a service for the benefits you can get out of it, not how to produce it and make it, but sooner or later, just Lashon Hara, evil speaking, means words that are not wholesome. That's what everybody's into. That's what the whole thing of Facebook is all about. Everybody talking about all the consumption they did, all the new cars they bought, all the food they ate. Everything is by using words to see how much you were enjoying the consumption of this world. So we love to be in Lashon Hara, just evil speaking, not speaking words that edify. So sooner or later, God is fed up with that. So he's come to the point of that. So this is the time in which God's showing how fed up. And even though everybody has a different agenda to do these things, God uses everything because he's in control of everything. And this is exactly what he says here. Here comes the name of Adonai from afar. His anger burning in thick rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all their necks, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity and put a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray. And I'm going to share the song. I wrote a song. I don't know how well it's going to come out through here, but and we're going to hear it for about 5 minutes, so we'll get the idea. And after this, then I'll do the spreading of the prices like it's supposed to do around 8:30. Let me just play the song here. Let me put this out here. Okay, and there we go.
Here comes the name of Adonai from afar. His anger burning in the rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all the necks, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity, and put a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray. Comes the name of Adonai from afar. His anger burning in the rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. rises high to squeeze a boulder next, to siphon nations with the sea of vanity, and put a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Here comes the name of Adonai from afar. His anger burning in big rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all the land, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity, and put a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray. The Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
All right. Okay, so I put that out. All right, let me get to you guys here and see what you guys are commenting now. So, let me get here. All right. Okay, so here we go. How you guys like the song? Not bad, huh? All right. Perfect. Okay, we have quite a crowd in here now. That's pretty good. All right. Now, I have a box here, it's full of, there's several entries, by the way, because some of you share a lot, some of you make comments a lot, so your names appear many times. So what we're going to do, we have the grand prize of 100, that we're going to give out. All right. And then we have 2 second prizes. This is all for the people. Today is going to be based upon, upon those that participated. We're going to give the prizes for those. So it's one grand prize of $100 cash, which is the first one we're going to go for right now. And then there's 2 more prizes, $50 each, okay? And then after that, we're going to do 3 more prizes of $20 each, all right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. And so we're going to do it right now, all right? So let's see here. And by the way, this one, I'm giving it, even the person is not here. Well, for the $100, I'm going to do it for the person that is here. Okay? So if your name comes out, by the way, if you win a prize, okay? If you win a prize, and then for the second chance, if I go to the 50 and then I call your name again, because your names are repeatedly here, depends on how many times you comment, you will not be able to entitle to win that one. You got to give a chance to somebody else to win the 50, okay? You can't win all the prizes at once, but that's how we're going to run it. All right, so we'll see how many people. Let's see who we have here, just to make sure. Let me take a look at what you. I see your names here. All right. Rosa, we see here. Oh, Tim is here too. All right, perfect. Lastenia is joining us too. Perfect. Ryan. All right. Andy. Okay, I see. Perfect. I see quite a number of you here. It's beautiful. All right. So, I just thought I was gonna do this because I was thinking maybe I can put a little thing on, to pay for some ads on Facebook. I said, hell with that. Facebook is always, taking away my stuff. So I said, I'm just gonna share it among my competitors here, the people in the group, and they can just spread the word. So this is for advertising thing that we're doing this today. Next week we'll do the questions, so to win with the questions. But today we're gonna do for the advertising. I appreciate all of you guys that participated and comment. I'm gonna be doing more of those things, and maybe every other week we'll do things for advertising. But at least every other week we'll do the questions. Like next week we're gonna do the questions again. We're still gonna have this thing going, but today is for this. So let's see here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let me put my hand here for that $100 prize. Let's see who we can pick up right now. It has to be somebody that is here. So let me pick this one up. Okay. Now this is I have here Brianna Duran. Is she in? You see, she would have won the 100. She's here right now. Let me look around. Brianna Duran, are you in the house? Let me look. All right, no Brianna Duran. All right. Well, let her know that she should have been present to win $100 because I don't see her. All right. Okay. Yeah, she didn't comment that much. I mean, she only did one comment, and I think so. But she was looking to get her first name, but I don't see her here. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let me take that one out. All right. Okay. So that person is not going to win the 100 now. So the next one. All right. Let's see who's the next one here to win. If you're present and your name is called, you're going to get 100. Let's see, here we go. Take this one out. Oh, man. Gets stuck here, so I got to just take one. Here we go. All right, so we have... Drum roll. Rosa Crispin! You won $100, my dear. Wow, let me write it down so I won't forget which people are winning here, Rosa and Red. All right. Okay, remember all the winnings that happen on Wednesday, they're giving out on Friday, all right? So all the winnings are always going to be given out on Friday, but on Wednesday we'll announce the winner. So Rosa Crispin, congratulations. You win the first prize of $100. All right. All right, you congratulate Rosa there for that win. Now we're going to go down to the $50 category. Now on this one, you don't have to be there. You don't have to be here. If I call your name, and I know that because I appreciate you guys sharing and advertising. So if I call your name and you had shared the thing or click a like and stuff like that, and you happen to be here, I'm going to get in touch with you and tell you that you won, okay? So as a matter of fact, I'm going to put Brianna Duran on this one here too because she's not here, so she can also have a situation. I put back her name here in case, who knows, she might be called again, we'll see. Put her name back in the box. Okay. Now, Rosa, if I call your name, because you have a lot of entries, you did a lot of sharing, you cannot win anymore now, okay? So we just go to the next one if I call Rosa's name again. All right. So here we go. The first $50. Now, I'm going to put my hand here. Okay, let me see. I will take it out. Now, we have $50 for Barefruit or Edgardo Soriano. Barefruit, you did a lot of sharing, my man. I noticed that. So you got $50. Barefruit get $50. So Edgardo Soriano. Let me write it here. $50. All right. Congratulations there. All right. So we got that one out. All right. 2 winners already. All right. I'm really so happy of you guys. I'm really, proud of you sharing all that stuff. It's really, helping out, I really enjoy all the stuff you guys put in there, all the memes and everything. Man, I've been having a lot of fun with that. Okay, here we go. The second $50 winner. All right, let's check it out. All right. Okay, let's see here. We have Nelson Smith. Oh yeah, he shared a few times. Nelson Smith. I don't think he's here right now, but I know who he is. I'm gonna get in touch with him and tell him that he won. I haven't seen him yet. Let me just look around. Nelson Smith, you're not here yet? No, he's not here. Okay. Yeah, but he did some sharing. Ah. All right. Oh, so glad that Stenya is over here. I haven't seen him for a long time. That's good. All right. No, I don't see Nelson, but I'm gonna write it down because yeah, he did some sharing. You know, maybe he's working tonight or something. But yeah, he's the winner of the other 50. So Nelson Smith is winner of the other 50. So we have three winners so far. Now we go down to the $20 category. All right, the $20 prizes, and let's see how we get here. All right. Yes, we go. The first $20 winner. Let's see here. And Su Mariposa. Now, this is Hope. I don't know if she's here, but if she's not, I want to tell her that she won. By the way, she won last week, but she doesn't have sales. So I still owe her like $20 from last week. So this is going to be $40 because she's supposed to get back to me and have that money delivered to her. So she's got $40 piled up. You won $20 last week. So Mariposa, if you're not here, well, I'll let you know. So you're going to have to work on something to get the money to you. So put here Su Mariposa, not in. She wants a 20. Yeah, but she did some sharing of the advertising. I'm going to write down 20. All right, put this out. And now, two more $20 prizes to go. All right, let's see here. All right, let's put it in here. All right, and we'll take a name out here. And we have Mike Waslewski. Mike Waslewski wins a $20 prize. Okay, I'm going to get in touch with you later on, man, so you can give me an email or cell phone to send it through Zelle. That's all I can send it, by the way. I can only send these things to Zelle. Okay, let me write that name here. Oh, the pen is not working. Mike Waslewski, $20 winner. You did a couple of sharing there, so that's kind of nice. So we have 220 and the last $20 winner. All right, let's check it out. All right. All right, let's see here who we have. Andy Crispin. Andy Crispin. Are you in the house, right? Yeah, I see you there. I see you. So Andy Crispin, $20. All right. So we have all the winners for tonight. You know, so we repeat again. The $100 winner is Rosa Crispin. Then the first $50 winner is Barefoot or Edgar Soriano. Congratulations. And we have also Nelson Smith, who is not present, but I'll let him know. Congratulations. We also have, that's the 50. Now, in the $20 category, we have Su Mariposa, which is Hope. Her name is Hope, but she'd like to call her Su Mariposa. And she won a 20. Congratulations. And Mike Waslewski got another 20, got the other 20. And Andy Crispin got the other 20. So it's very good, you know. So let me just get back to what we're talking here, because this is supposed to finish at 8. So, but I appreciate, like I say, you know, what you guys are doing. So we're going to be looking more in depth, like I said, into this situation that we're learning, you know, because, you know, let me think here. Okay, let me think here. We go. Yeah, because that's what we are about to discover, our true heritage, you know, because that's what I'm trying to convey at this moment, you know. And this hat, I wear it now because, you know, hats mean a lot, you know, like for the Trump, they use this kind of hat to promote themselves. But the interesting thing that is, this was presented to me by Andy Crispin, by the way. I appreciate it, Andy. And he gave it to me like 2 Sundays ago. You know, we went out to eat at Golden Corral, and at the end he presented me that. I wasn't expecting, I had no idea he was going to give me this, but I love it, you know, because this is what I'm all about. Really, you know, the thing is, it's a GOM, God over money. Okay? And I like to think of God as something, I put for GOD, I put the Governing Operations Director, GOD, because the Governing Operation Director, the one that gives directions, plays the capacity of the role of a God, or the the giver of directions. That's God. Giver of directives. All of that. So governing operation director. Once you have the word that tells you, what your capacity is, then you have power over money. So it's GOM. And also I like it because since I figure, this understanding of the Shema prayer and everything, which I will show it to you what is the perfect mission statement for everybody. But that's another lesson that's coming up. But also in Hebrew, there's the word called goy, or nations, or they call it in plural goyim, for peoples or nations. Okay, and the spelling for goyim, is the G that's in here, and there's the G, which is the gimel in the Hebrew. The gimel is a letter for the foot. It stands for the foot, which is the function of a foot, is for you to have a walk. And in the Bible, when it says and Noah walked with God, that means he had a career of just staying with the mindset of God. So to have a foot represents a career or a walk or a lifestyle, and Joseph walked with God. That means he had a career of being with the mindset of your maker. And so the whole idea is the gimel. And in the Hebrew for the O, they use the vav with a little dot on the top that way pronounces like an O, So it has the gimel, the G, and the vav, and the M, but it has between the M and the O, it has the jud. Okay, the jud is the arm with a little hand, which means the worker or the laborer. All right, and so with this understanding, what I have become, I'm part of the goyim here, the gimel, this is the career of connecting, and the jud, the work, the jud is the work, the career of connecting the work of solutions, the mem is solutions. So it's the career or the lifestyle of connecting the work of solutions. And that's exactly what God made the nations for. If He's going to make nations to be full with a wholesome word, that's exactly what's going to happen. All the nations live for that purpose. They live for a life or lifestyle of a career of connecting the work of solutions. That's why they go to work, to find solutions there for that job and to connect all the solutions. And that's the meaning of goyim. That's the Hebrew letter for peoples and nations. And so I like it, that here it represents, that thing, and I'm the judge in between that. I'm the worker that's going to, lead the nations back into their heritage here, because this is really the ECHADVAR. So I like this. So it's God over money, and I love it. I love this. So this is the thing, because I had discovered the ECHADVAR, and for a long time I did not live depending on money. I did a lot of bartering. And it's just when I started working and I don't ever take a vacation, that's why the people from my job asked me to come and work for immigration services, because I thought I would be a best candidate. I could work all the hours they want me to. And so they offer it to me. And, so even though I'm not lived to look for money, I never planned to make like $90 or $100,000 a year. I never planned for those things. Yet those things have happened to me without me looking for them. Just because when I work, I work. I don't look for retirement. I don't take vacations. I just work, because to me, the idea of being productive and seeing all that the word that is full of meaning can do through me, to make other people, have some comfort in this life, that's very exciting to me. Okay, so to me, work is very exciting. That's so, and I don't think of retiring soon. I'm just, that I'm enjoying this situation here, because in this job, it allows me to be on a computer and allows me to have this fellowship with you guys too. So to me, it's very encouraging. So that's why I'm doing it, So let me share a little bit more of what I'm talking about here. So that's what I'm trying to explain from the last time here. So as you can see, let me see. So, okay, if I can get closer. Yeah, so here we go. So that's what I was trying to explain here about the Echad. Okay, let me move to the other side here so you can see better. There we go. The Echad, so that's what we're looking at. So, because the meaning of those is made out of this Aleph, the Het, the wall, and the Dalet, which is the door or the administration. So each one has a function, okay? So for the first line, it's the strongest and most fortifying. For the second letter, well-defended, protected, and secure management or administration. And that's what all nations want. All body that's running and running a company, what they want for the nation, what they want for the company, they want the strongest and most fortifying, well-defended, protected, and secure management of business or economy or anything that they run. that is run from a manual, because everything has to be written. So when it comes down to even the computers that are coming the closest to imitating our soul, in the sense that they can memorize and they can keep the strict word as it was given and it is fed into the computer. So the computer, they do now the strongest and most fortifying, well-defended, protected, and secure management of whoever business. That's why when you mess up with a computer, if you're a hacker and you go and mess up with a computer, this color crime, white collar crime they call it, in which they can put you in jail for a long time. It's a big crime to mess up with the security of a company or the administration of an economy. So those are big crimes, because keeping an economy in the right order, there's a punishment involved if you will mess up with that. And so what happened right now is that the elites are messing with that stuff for the economy that they're giving to the masses, because the masses have the bar inside, had no endoskeleton, no inner structure. So they are easily swayed by the external world. You have what I call an exoskeleton. The structures outside of you have become with the things where you hide. So you're like those animals that need a shell outside, and the world is a shell by which you protect yourself. And so that's a danger, because that shell could be shaken, and there you go all stressed out as you are. So the whole idea is to put you back into the bar, your original inner fortitude, so that the nations cannot do anything, to squeeze you and to, have yourself do your own self-elimination, because you hear the wrong news and you get all stressed out. Your body's trying to catch up with your soul's mind state, and then you get sick. So that's what we're trying to avoid, and that's really once we have this understanding, that's what we come to do. So as I was explaining before, the first things I thought about, because when I saw the meaning of that word, I thought, where can you find the strongest and most fortified, well-defended, protected, and secure administration here in this world that gives value to a company? After pondering upon it a few days, because I was wondering different places in the world, then it hit me. That was a patent office. The patent office is the one place where the people, that have a trademark or have any business, anything, or any invention, they go there to have it patented and protected, to have exclusive rights, because it's the exclusive rights that gives value to a company, and they know that. So they'll sell a product, the image of the product that's forged out of the dust of the ground, the cars that are manufactured, but they won't sell you the patent. The patent is theirs. That's their baby that made them rich. They're not about to sell their baby, because that's the real property. The real value is in the words of the manual and everything that describes what the company is about. So the intellectual property is not for sale, okay, because that's where the value resides. At least that's what the nations will have us believe, okay? And that's what everybody seems to honor. But then I realized that was just surface. That was just smoke and mirrors. Because when it comes down to it, if somebody puts his product and everything to be guarded there by this strong and fortified, well-defended, protected, secure administration of the patent office, guess what? If he's just kept there, that business is not going to get off the ground. It's not, that economy is not going to go anywhere unless you put it inside the people's soul. People have to take it within themselves, and they memorize and everything, and that's when they project what they've learned, and that's when they keep a nation going. That's why I say, if you do not know the Constitution, if you do not know the Bill of Rights, I have to learn those things, not because I wanted to become a citizen, but because they asked me to work for the immigration services, and then I had to learn those things in order to give the test, to the people that want to become citizens. So I had to learn those things, so I become familiar with those things because it's part of my job, but not because I wanted to be a citizen in this country. I'm just a permanent resident, and I'm happy to be with that. My real place where I reside all the time is in the Torah, the teachings orderly regulating all humanity. That's where I meditate all the time, 24/7. And to me, all the nations as it is, they don't are high up as high as what the Torah expects your soul to perform. And so that's why I don't pay allegiance to anybody else but to the Torah, because the Torah and the mindset of the Torah has made me to be the kind of person that I am, and not to pursue anything in this world, and not to want anything in this world, but to see my fellow men prosper in all things. That's really my desire for everybody. And so that's the mindset of the Torah has given me. And I don't think I should demean myself to go to somebody else that doesn't have that, that high calling for the performance of the word inside of me. So that's why I encourage people to do. So the thing is, that's why I tell people, so unless this word of a wholesome word to run a country is in me, that country ain't going nowhere. So you may call yourself in America because you were born here, but if you do not know the Constitution, you do not know the Bill of Rights, you're just dust of this land, because you have no idea how to project what the nation is about. So the nation You only echo chamber of USA. You don't know what really USA is about. Okay, and that applies to every product and company. If you only know the name of a product to identify the shape of it on something that is made out of the dust, again, you're only consuming fire. You're only a consumer, and you happy to be in that state. That's a shameful thing, because there's a higher thing that you can do to express the word. And so that's basically, what I'm trying to convey, and I'm trying to pass this down to the people to get this very tightly settled, inside of you, so you understand, what your heritage is all about. All right, so I'm gonna just close with a song again, so we can get it in our heads. It's good to memorize the verse, the word that will liberate us and give us the confidence to walk, boldly upon the face of all these people throwing all these lies at us, because they want to lead the world to a one world economy. But no, the whole world has always been run by the one word of the wholesome word of everything. That's what runs everything. So they just living an illusion, a delusion, if you please, and they want us to follow that delusion. But I'm telling you the truth and how these things are, and I challenge you to tell me otherwise. Everything is run. Everything that is made by a wholesome word is only run by a wholesome word. Period. As simple as that. And that's not fake science. That's the reality. Okay, so we're gonna go to this verse here and finish with this one. We're gonna sing the song one more time, and we'll finish with that. And I appreciate all your participation. And let me put it here so we can all sing this. All right, let's do it.
Here comes the name of Adonai from afar. His anger burning in the rising sun. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all the names, to sift the nations with a sieve of vanity, and pour a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray. Comes the name of Adonai from far. His anger burning in the rising soul. His lips are full to the brim with fury. His tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all the lands, to sift the nations with the sea of vanity, and put a bright on in the people's mouth to lead them astray. Adonai
wonderful. All right. So it's good to have you all present here today. You know, I enjoy your company. Congratulations again, to all the winners. You know, we're going to do this again next week, Wednesday. Okay, remember, we're doing this every Wednesday. And next week, we're going to be giving prizes for answers. Okay, we're going to do the answers again, questions and answers. And as you answer, you'll be the winner. But I appreciate your presence today. And I guess I'll finish with my commercial here.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 ECHADVAR. Shema Yisrael.
All right. So God bless all of you. All right.